Happy New Year! Who is ready for a new year? Ready to say goodbye to 2020? Absolutely. Probably just about everybody. Even though it's been the most amazing year ever, right? It's been amazing. All right, but this time of the year, everybody, no matter what the previous year looked like, we all do the same thing at this time, that clean slate, new year, New Year's resolutions. So I wanted to give you a new take on the New Year's resolution because we all have this conversation, even if we're like, no, I'm not doing any resolutions this year, right? Or I'm totally going all in. So, reason why most of us are like, New Year's resolutions, I don't want to do it, because we know we fail at them, right? We give up on them, they go away. Come April or so, you're like, oh, right, resolutions. What did I say again? I don't even remember. So let's just take a look to give you, they're a great tool to really think about how you want to make change in your life, because that's at the root of it, right? That you have this life, you have this beautiful life full of these beautiful things and these not beautiful things, and you want something to change. Something very like traditional, it's the new year, I'm getting in shape, to something very, I don't know, practical, like I'm going to read a book, one book every month, get 12 books in the year, whatever it is. We have different ways of going about it, but it's really the underlying is this human desire for change, this human desire for growth, for self-improvement, for expanding, for hope, right? That's what's at the root of New Year's resolutions. So when we set New Year's resolutions, we tend to, you set the resolution, it's out there, it's this point in the distance, it's a goal, it's a where I want to go, it's a checking off of the box of something. We tend to think out there and like, okay, and then we come back to where we are and we say, what are all the things I have to do? I got to get an action. And that gets exhausting. That is where we really fall off, is I gotta do all of these actions. We don't like to do a bunch of actions. It's tiring. And it doesn't change. The real problem is it doesn't change things at the root, right? We all know fantastic 30-day diets. They're great. We can lose some weight. We can make some change. But the comeback, the slip back into the old, right? Classic story in the diet game. And then we get so, I'm not even going to start it anyways, because I know it's just going to come back. I know I'm just going to fall back to the old way of being. This is because you don't have the other half of the equation. Part of the equation is where I'm going, that goal. The other half of the equation is where am I now, right? And then it's this river of misery between those 2 points, the how I get there. But if we don't really have a good assessment of these 2 points, it really just takes you off to begin with. It's really hard to get on that track if you don't actually have an honest assessment about both of those places. And it isn't just because I threw out the weight loss example, it's such a prime example for the New Year's resolution time. It's not that you say, oh, my weight is whatever the poundage is here now, and my goal weight is whatever the poundage is I want out there. It's to really go deeper than that. It's the next step. If you really want to make a change, if you really want to make an impact in your life, it's to say, well, when I'm out here at X weight, what does that mean? How does that feel? Who am I going to be when I am that person? And on the flip side, I'm X weight now. Well, what are my thoughts about that? What do I make that mean? What are my beliefs that have been creating and getting me to this point so far? And how do I change that, right? This is the process. This is what students come to us all the time for swimming. They say, I had this terrible thing. I jumped off the back of the boat. I went down. I thought I was going to die. Somehow I came back to the surface. I had a life jacket on and I came to the surface, but my whole life flashed before my eyes. I thought, I'm never doing that again. I'm not a swimmer. I can't do this. It's why is it easy for some people? It's so embarrassing. It's shameful. Like, that was terrible. Why would I do that to my mother, my children, to put myself at that risk, right? All of these little thoughts and beliefs are happening underneath the level. The goal, swim. Okay, so I think I'm supposed to like tread water and I want to look like those people in the Olympics, or but I don't really have to be that fit. But it's something like that. It's supposed to look something like that, right? It's kind of nebulous, kind of unclear. We want to be clear on both of those sides, that next level. That's what in over on the website in the free mini lookie course, it's all about your story, and it's really to help you unpack your story, your beginning story, your story right now around any particular area, because we have to start where you are. We go through the process to really find out where I want to go. And when we do that, the really great thing is you don't have to wait until you're at the end here. You get to start living it right now. This is why it's about living your wildest dreams right now. You pull yourself into your future. Go take, if you haven't done the mini lookie class, go take that and work on that story and start to pull apart that story for yourself. If you want some help with that, that's what I'm here for. That's what the coaching is here for, is to be able to really figure that out, where you are, where you want to go. And then we'll give you the process of how to bridge that gap. All right. Happy New Year. It's a beautiful and amazing year that we have coming. It's the best one ever.